So welcome all. Um, this will be the start of my fourth playlist, but before I want to do that, I figured I'd just show you what I plan to do with my other worlds. Um, Even though a new version hasn't come out, sometimes what I do is I like to clean up my embark profile and everything else. So we're gonna do that. And basically what I do is I go into, this is the wrong one, my folder for all the data and such, and like there's like save games and there's like BNF files. Anyways, I'm gonna delete these regions, and that'll actually clean up my game so I don't have those worlds anymore. So that's it for those worlds, and we'll be creating a new one. I'm also gonna create my embark, clean up my embark profiles as well. That's the Phobius. Okay, we know like most of these didn't really work for me, so I'm gonna just get rid of all these. I don't actually use the Folius pack, so I'll get rid of it too. The Folius pack embark. Now if I go into the game, that should be the only embark I'll have, my one that I created. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna create a new world in Dwarf Fortress. I forgot to do that. So create a new world. And what I'm thinking about doing is perhaps it'll be a little bit different. We're gonna make a large world this time. We'll make it have very long history. So we're gonna have like really skilled dwarves. Civilizations will give it very high, number of sites high, beast high, savagery high. We'll leave mineral occurrence not sparse, because what I plan to do is I plan to make a large world, and then I plan to play in this large world in like an evil biome, the Dwarf Fortress. So it's going to be another evil biome that I'm going to try to start in, but this time around I'm going to try and avoid glaciers because that didn't really work for me. I think mostly what happened for me to fail so much in the last one, I didn't really get my dwarves inside fast enough, and then those corpses, they eventually just ran wild all over the place, and that's it. Pretty much just ended there. If I like built some sort of like initial shelter, it might have worked out a lot better, because then I could have like all my dwarves inside, and then the wolves might not have been so annoying. Or a wall even would have been a good idea. But that's kind of difficult, and so it's also the aquifire problem too, and that contributed to the problem. But now what am I planning to do? Well, as I said, I'm gonna try and play in the evil biome. So I might play in those evil mountains there that we see in front of us, or what we saw in front of us. Let's just temporarily pause this, have a look around. So we got a few evil areas, so let's zoom in them. We got the freezing area down here. So we got another tundra, or like a glacier that's evil. We got swamps that look to be evil right there, and we got maybe some evil deserts right next to those swamps. We've got let's see here, evil. Looks like we get some evil over here. Nope. It's hard to find the evil. Okay, we got evil there, evil forest. And they look to be like in places where there's probably no aquifer, which will be probably a lot better than what I had to deal with last time. Go up here. Those evil mountains I was looking at. Those won't have an aquifer probably. And then this is definitely swamp, I think. This actually might be evil grassland down here. And then more that's the same evil forest. There looks to be a whole lot of evil in this map for areas. They're big areas, but they're not a whole lot of it. I don't see a lot of good areas too. Odd. Well, no, here we are, an evil desert. That's an evil desert. But anyhow, we'll probably start down here, I think, in this like evil forest area. Oh, look at that! There's a little bit of evil right there, and there. Anyhow, depending on what's around here, well, it'll all depend like in what's surrounding it. Let's continue. We'll see what builds up, and then I'll decide if I want to keep this roll or not. I figure it's worth noting. Very evil desert. Alright, that's enough. I'll let it continue. Okay, it's time. Figure 80 years is probably enough to take a look around. From what I see, we've got at least some dwarves, and we got some more dwarves, and we got humans, and that's pretty good for at least civilization wise. What I'm looking for now is perhaps have some well, there's goblins up here and there's elves up here, so we got like everything fairly close in all that. We got a necromancer tower, though I probably don't want to have a necromancer tower right next to me, but whatever, I'll deal with that. Looking at the other areas, we have like this down here near elves. There's some dwarves there too, humans and goblins. Up here, there's still like elves, dwarves, humans, and necromancer tower, goblins. So it's like a lot of like dwarves and everything else around these evil areas that I'm looking at, and it should lead to at least you know, a more or less an interesting game. Oh, there's the good areas. Good desert, good forest. Wondering where those were. And this down here has got really nothing next to it, but we don't have to play in the grassland. We're probably not going to play in the glacier again. Probably. Maybe I'll get, you know, I'll take another stab at it. Alright, down. This is rocky waste. Mardoon, yeah, that's rocky waste. So, I'll let this continue, and I'm going to let it go to 150 years. And then we'll start playing from there. And I'll probably redesign my embark as well, so stay tuned. 1,050 years, and we have completed our world generation. So we'll just expand it out a little bit. This is what the world looks like. You know, Arctic, bottom land mass. The main continent goes like la di da di da. Several islands. For the most part, though, not too many evil areas, I don't think, but there should be enough. Over here, it doesn't look like there's like a much growth out here, but there is some, so I might go here. I might like think about going over here because it looks like there's a lot of good stuff around here. Like this mountain right here. Got like humans, elves. Over here there's the goblins, and then there's lots of stuff here. And like maybe I might do adventure mode in this Let's Play series. We'll see. But for now, that's the world. We'll accept. I'll give us a moment and we'll get into the embark screen. Okay, so that's all done. Start playing. I guess the world will be called Zesuman. Zesuman. What that stands for in dwarfism. Okay, I'll wait for this to load. Why I don't like large worlds. They take forever to load. There's a good desert. I already knew the good desert was there, didn't I? Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to find some settings. I'm basically going to set this to evil. And if possible, I don't want aquifer. I don't deal too good with aquifers. Well, let's search for a little bit, and then we'll return after this slowly filters through everything. Take a while, so yeah. Alright, so we're back. As you can see, there's a few areas that popped out. We'll go up here, I guess, first to see what's around here. By these good mountains, there's apparently a little bit of evil desert, I guess. The Unwelcome Hill. Or it's woodland, tropical shrubland. Not very big or anything, but it's worth noting. It's haunted, and it's woodland, and it's hot, so that's one place to look into. Over here, of course, we have those mountains that I was looking at. They're terrifying. Over here, a bit more, we have the desert. That's haunted. We'll move down to the glacier. Why not? You know, just the glacier's down here. It's apparently it's also got no aquifer again. This one's haunted. Got the little bit of desert right over here near the mountains. It's terrifying. No aquifer. Rest is probably aquifer. Yeah, rest was aquifer. Looks like it looks like this is the big aquifer filled desert. Then we get the forest, and that's where I think we might go. Looks like there's not a lot of aquifer in it, except for the forest. It's terrifying, which should make it difficult, but well, why not go in hard and see if I can make it. Where should I embark? Where should I embark? It's this here. This is Untamed Dunes. That's a rocky wasteland. But yeah, I'm thinking about going like a full on in. Gosh, there's no stone or anything in this woodland. It's got deep soil and flexstone, which is alright, but I have to rely on goblinite. That might be difficult to rely on in a biome like this. Wait, what's in the mountains? Flexstone. Okay, what's in the desert? Aquifer. Flexstone. Deep metals in this one. Oh, look at this. There's a bit of deep metals in this. This is probably somewhere around here. I'll have to do it because the rest of it, seems like the terrifying biome It's mostly composed of like no metals at all. What's this elevation like? Hmm. This is a brook. This is a brook. Brook. Stream. You know what? We're gonna start right here, I think. Okay, so we'll go in here. We're gonna modify my original embark a little bit. Let's see what problems we got. No leather, no meat, no lobster. Well, that's all fixable first, so let's do that. Quivers. No, we're actually gonna change this to like cat. And we're gonna change the leather to cat. And we're even gonna change the meat to cat. No meat, no leather, no cave lobster. It'd be nice if they fix that, or if Toady fixed that so that it doesn't pop up like that all the time. Something's wrong here. Or wait, man, I had a bunch of quivers, didn't I? So that's what it usually looks like. So we'll save this as my for future embarks. So let's see here. What am I going to do? It's usually not a good idea to cut down zombies, and I probably don't want to be cutting down wood outside. So, but maybe a little bit will be fine. So I'll take a training weapon, a training axe. Training axe. Take a palm. Training axe. We're gonna reduce the quivers. I think it'll be fine to try and train military and all that, but something else I'm gonna possibly do. I'm gonna get rid of this axeman, and we'll leave the marksman, but we'll get rid of the axeman. We'll make this guy mine. By that I mean like we're actually gonna bring a miner along this time around. This guy will kill his bower. I'll leave him as carpenter. Maybe, you know, he can make beds that'll make people happy. That'll be good. Leave that guy. Mason, leave him. We'll get rid of the trading stuff again. Moment. I have to answer someone. Sorry about that. So kill negotiator. That'll free up a few points for stuff. The stonecrafter. We'll leave a stonecrafter. So grower, miner, carpenter, crossbowman, mason. Basically a lot of the same stuff from last time. And I'm actually gonna bring this. We'll go through this stuff again. Reducing supplies. I don't need this whole ton of supplies. And well, it's better to bring other stuff, I think. We'll leave that. That's that. We'll leave this. We'll drop it down a little bit. Because I don't really use the seeds enough to justify having that many. If you notice, I don't really bother with it all that much. We'll want wood. Because wood is good for, you know, just in case I can't cut anything down. Or, no, we're not going to bring wood. We will bring an anvil, though. That'll be for sure. So anvil, iron anvil. We'll bring the copper crossbow again. It didn't really help me last time, but maybe it'll help me this time if he actually equips it. I didn't really give him enough time to equip anything, and that's why they got my two guys that overrun. They just try to gleam with their fists. Doesn't work too well. So bronze crossbow, copper crossbow, Where's the crossbows? There's only... There they are. And we'll bring a few bolts. And let's see here. An extra pick. Extra supplies. Or, you know, some supplies. And... maybe I will give those skills to the other guys. Here's what I'm thinking. The mason, I might not get an architecture to be able to get in without him dying, so we'll put in building designer. I'll give him that. And we'll give this guy bower. Miner, carpenter, bower. Crossman, dodger. Mason, building designer. Doctor. Maybe we'll just up the doctor skills a little bit. Don't really have to do that, but whatever. Drop down a rope. And this guy is the miner, grower, stonecrafter. We'll leave that all as, I guess. And drop that. Actually, we'll bring in that rope, and we'll up another bolt. And that'll be my embark. Basically, a bit modified. One less like melee guy, but I still have like the copper crossbow bolt guy. I'll bring a cat this time around. I'll try and keep those pets alive, and that'll be my embark, I think. So, group, volcano of wine, no. The stirred ships, the jade rocks. Let's go with that. Fortress, tunnel boulder, no. Rare wires, glaze rifts, peak glaze, trade gear, fence youth, sunk lantern, lash crowded, dagger voiced, rack portals, crystal earth, haze whip. Fresh haunt. And we'll go with this. That'll be it for the first part of the recording, I think.